From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Where takes the give from Mahomes. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep. Mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was one. We've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the 3 worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, and 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the 2 front runners in the NFC.
He's got a man complete. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore taking it in. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. He had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing Every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
As Kansas City comes back out here on offense, let's discuss the fact that they are now officially in the playoffs. They clinched by beating Baltimore last week 27-24 on that Harrison Butker game-winning field goal.
Yeah, went to overtime, had to come back and get it done. And look, we've talked about Patrick Mahomes all year long, and rightly so. In this game, 377 yards, 2 touchdowns. But the big deal to me, the comeback potential that he exhibits. Had to take them downfield in order to tie the game in regulation. Then takes care of business in overtime. Did you see some of the throws that he made?
Yeah, the one where he was rolling to the sideline, golly.
And ends up throwing a no-look pass. He said that came from his time as a high school point guard in basketball. He is absolutely phenomenal, mature beyond his years.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, this is Ware. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he spins free. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Charles, how do you figure what's going on right now with the Carolina Panthers? They have lost 5 in a row. Remember, they were 5-2 this past week, a 6-point defeat at the hands of the Cleveland Browns. What's going on there?
I wish I could put an actual finger on it and be able to diagnose it and tell you. I have a couple of theories, though. Number one, Cam Newton's shoulder. That is a little bit of an issue. He's trying to play through and give him credit for toughness, but not able to make all the throws he wants to make. In fact, Myles Garrett from Cleveland mentioned that prior to the game. He thought that he wasn't quite the same quarterback. I also think that defensively, they're just not the same team. We're used to them taking the ball away from people, making big plays. We're not seeing that. And the last part, just not as explosive as they need to be on offense. Can't extend leads. That means they're in every game, and it puts them in jeopardy at the end.
They finish with 3 conference games, 2 of them against New Orleans, 1 against Atlanta. They struggled on the road, just 1-6 away from home. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, here's Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Newton. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. Third down here.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw is Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Catanzaro's kick is right through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make some...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Mahomes going to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Escaping the pressure right. Now and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. D. Ford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On the run, it's Ware. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run now with Ware. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll get it up the middle, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Dontari Poe. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 23 yards on the play. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.